On the first day, man was granted a soul, and with it, clarity. On the second day, upon earth was planted an irrevocable poison, a soul-devouring deep. Hello everyone, Space Oyster here, and welcome to my Demon Souls playthrough. Or rather, I'm gonna call it a return to Boletaria. This is an event that's being hosted on this private server I found by doing a Google search, so I guess it's not all that private. It's a private public server. I'll leave a link in the description below to a Discord if you are interested in trying Demon Souls for yourself before the PS5 remaster. Anyway, so from October 4th to October 18th, 2020, their UV's server, the one I'm on, is hosting a Return to Boletaria event to try and make this game seem as active as possible, both to encourage new players to try and get into the online and to make the game feel alive one last time before it gets remastered. I would highly recommend picking Demon Souls up and joining the server if you haven't already, since worst case scenario, if the PS5 remaster flops, we can always go back to the original. So, yeah, let's just jump right into this. Even if you don't stay active on the Discord, you will always get updates for how things are going in the world and the server and all that stuff every time you log in. It's very, very handy. Let's see, and then, it's so tough to English in the mornings. Anyway, there are some extra features to UV's server that I will get into later. And, yeah, I'm gonna have to delete one old file. I'm just gonna delete this one. I was going to have some fun with this, and try to play as one of the bosses that ends up being a, that can be a PvP or player versus player encounter, and I was going to essentially roleplay as them, but I figured I'm just not going to bother, and I instead came up with a much more clever name to use for my character. It's an anagram. You get no points for guessing what it is because it should be really obvious. Yeah, it takes me a while to type that in, and naturally I do have to record this in post because, well, the audio in post, because for some odd reason my computer hates me. Ugh. Although I don't know if it would have this problem with recording a recording a PlayStation 3 game, I always run into the problem with the Switch game where it just lags, the recording itself does. It'll lag in the middle of the recording while I'm trying to record audio at the same time. Makes it very difficult to do Fire Emblem. Anyway, so yeah, I didn't do much with the character customization. I completely forgot to customize his look, but let's see. For the starting classes, I would highly recommend going with a priest if you want to go with any sort of strength-oriented build, or basically anything that uses a lot of faith and not so much dexterity, since it's good in strength and faith, but not so much dexterity. Temple Knight is good for any physical builds that aren't strength-focused, since it has very good dexterity and also a pretty good starting faith stat, and it's just well-balanced in all the other areas. Having a lot of faith is really handy because there is a powerful miracle you can pick up, and I recommend it. Lastly, Royalty is another good one to pick if you plan on being a magic user sort of type person, because magic is broken in this game and Royal is the best way to use magic. They get a really strong starting spell and their equipment is better than everyone else to balance for their low starting level. Although, I think in later Souls games they realized that having a low starting level put you at an advantage. Ooh, cutscene time.
King Alant XII, by channeling the power of souls, brought unprecedented prosperity to his northern kingdom of Boletaria. That is, until the colorless deep fog swept across the land. Boletaria was cut off from the outside world, and those who dared penetrate the deep fog never returned. But Valarfax of the royal Twin Fangs broke free from the fog and told the world of Boletaria's plight. That the old King Alant had aroused the Old One, the great beast below the Nexus, from its eternal slumber, and that a colorless fog had swept in, unleashing terrible demons. The demons hunt down men and claim their souls. Those who lose their souls also lose their minds. The mad attack the sane, and chaos reigns. Valarfax spoke of the enticing power of the demon souls. Each time a demon claims a human soul, the demon's own soul is invigorated by the life force, and the power of a mature demon soul is beyond human imagination. The legend spread quickly. Mighty warriors were drawn to the accursed land, but none have returned. Bjor of the Twin Fangs, Yurt the Silent Chief, Sage Urbane, Skurver the Wanderer, the Sixth Saint Astraea and her knight Garl Vinland, and Sage Frake the Visionary. The colorless deep fog slowly creeps beyond Boletaria's borders. Humankind faces a slow and steady extinction. The deep fog will eventually swallow all lands near and far. But Boletaria has one final hope. A lone warrior who has braved the baneful fog. Has the land found its savior? Or have the demons found a new slave?
Brave soul who fears not death. I shall guide you. So that you may lull the Old One back to slumber.
Alright, so yeah, this is basically the game's tutorial. If you've beaten the game once, it is entirely optional. So the first thing to keep in mind about the Souls games in general, especially Demon Souls, is how much your equipment weighs. If it weighs too much, then your rolling is less effective. And that is really, really bad in a game where rolling is often your only defensive option. I do believe you can get away with heavy armor in Demon Souls, but it's always best to be as light as possible. A good shield will keep you safe no matter how much armor you wear. Anyway, so yeah, we're gonna be running around shirtless because the top part of the Temple Knight set is just too heavy for us right now. I didn't pick the class because of that for that reason. No. Yeah, although the character isn't very much eye candy so much. And then there are a lot of messages on the ground here. These are developer messages. When you get into the game proper, a lot of these messages will have been left by the other players. And if you're not connected to a private server, then the official ones that were set up for this game were shut down quite a while ago. So unfortunately, if you're playing this game without connecting to a private server, then you're only going to see these developer messages and none of the player-related stuff. It does make some of the developer-related things stand out more, but it also makes the game world seem very lifeless, because even when you're just playing by yourself and doing everything you can to avoid the multiplayer elements of Demon Souls, which we will probably get to later, I'm trying to record this one part at a time, one part per day, and then, trying to keep everything as up-to-date as possible, but whatever. Anyway, the point I am getting to is that without being connected to the online, the world of Demon Souls looks very lifeless. Seeing phantoms running around and messages all over the place really lends a sense of this is a video game world to it. Like, I'm not sure it makes it seem like it's a real world that could actually exist, but it's a unique video game world in which players have a unique way to talk to each other through the game mechanics, and it's used very liberally. Which I do enjoy about Demon Souls, or Souls in general. Oh wow, I need to turn the volume up when I'm playing more, because I could hear the footsteps clearly while going through this recording again, but I couldn't hear them when I was playing this, so yeah. Alright, anyway, what do we got going on over here? I don't know what we got going on here. Anyway, the tutorial is a unique section of the whole game. I don't think you ever return to whatever part of the world this tutorial is in. Loading screens. I'm not sure if I should try to cut all those out. It's kind of tough to remember to stop talking when they're on screen. Not like it matters. The loading screens just show some character art and all that fun stuff. And the only thing I do not like about the Temple Knight is their starting weapon, the halberd. It's not that it's a horrible weapon. Well, I don't know. I was always a fan of it in other games for some odd reason. But in Demon Souls, they just use it very weirdly. Yeah. I mean, if you use it with two hands, then it's going to be good. But otherwise, yeah. Oh yeah, I got parry timings down. I'm usually so bad at that. But no, parrying is very good. And yeah, so if you wield the weapon with two hands, it looks a lot less clumsy. This guy here, he's actually really neat. He is, looks like he is programmed to be extremely defensive. He will rarely drop his shield to try and attack you. So I think they want you to play around with two-handing your weapon. If you press forward while you're using the attack button, your character will kick. Although, if you didn't hear those air quotes, then there were air quotes around kick because your character isn't always going to do an action that is similar to kick. While with the halberd here, being two-handing it at all, I still did something similar enough to a kick that it doesn't really matter. But other weapons, instead of kicking, your character will slice and then do a backflip, which is completely useless, in my opinion. I've never found a use for doing a little slice and then backflipping against the person who's guarding and I'm trying to kick them. Because a kick, it will drain more stamina from their shield than a regular attack, and that's the whole point of that. Whereas if you slice at the shield and then do a backflip, I don't think it'll drain enough stamina, and then you have to get close to them again anyway. Ugh. So, if you're going back to Demon Souls, or trying it out for the first time, there are a lot of differences between it and Dark Souls that'll be difficult to get used to. One of the more prominent ones is there is no jump button. Your character can't leap no matter what you do. You can drop, and there are some platforming sections, but you can't jump to them. So, yeah, Dark Souls added a jump button, just like The Last of Us 2 added a jump button. Although The Last of Us 2 came out after. I don't know. Does that mean The Last of Us 2 is a rip-off? I don't know. We're probably not best to go into that. Anyway, here is the boss of the tutorial, Vanguard. Honestly, he is really easy. You just have to get under his arm while he's swinging, and you should dodge his attacks. Not always a guarantee, but it should be pretty easy to do. Although when he gets himself stuck on the wall, or stuck close to the wall, then it gets very tricky to keep under his sword arm and to dodge it, which I am not very good at doing. It's tough to get him away from there. But you are capable of defeating this guy, and you do get some extra rewards if you can do it. So I'm gonna give it my best shot. Yeah, that attack is his best one. It's very easy to punish. So if he does that more often than not, then you're good. Well, let's just heal up. Okay, and heal up again. Oh crap, dodge! Oh no! I've beaten him once or twice before, but you'd never tell from how poorly I've been doing against him lately. I couldn't beat him on my last one either. I should honestly just try a different starting class. Maybe it'd be easier with a weapon that wasn't so like the halberd. I don't like the halberd. Alright, that guy's got a unique name, Satsuki.
Soul of the lost withdrawn from its vessel. Let strength be granted so the world might be mended. Soul of the lost withdrawn from its vessel. Let strength be granted so the world might be mended. So the world might be mended. This is the Nexus. It holds together the northern land of Boletaria. Thou canst not exit the Nexus, but each of the 5 archstones will connect them to another.
You have died, and the Nexus has trapped your soul. You cannot escape the Nexus. However, by capturing demons' souls, you can reclaim your physical body. And we get an item called the Nexial Binding. That's a very handy item.
Well, you slipped through the fissure too, did you? You came for demon souls? Or to save this land and be remembered as a hero? Hunting for demons? Try one of the archstones. Now, go. That is why you came, is it not? To this accursed Boletaria.
Oh yeah, that is the crestfallen warrior in his original appearance.
I'm Stockpile Thomas. When the Scourge came, I didn't know what hit me. When I came to, I found myself here, in the Nexus. My wife and daughter fell victim to the demons. But I would be worthless in battle. At the very least, I hope to lend my assistance to you brave slayers of demons. I would be happy to lighten your load and look after any excess baggage.
Yeah, so that is the main difference between Demon Souls and the other Dark Souls games, is that you also have item burden, so there is a limit to...
Rest assured, your goods are safe and sound with me. Best of luck to you.
There's a limit to how much...
Best of luck to you.
There's a limit to how much junk you can carry before you get overwhelmed.
You new here? Do you hear from my services? My name's Baldwin. Just an ordinary blacksmith. It's simple. Just bring me all the souls you can. In trade, I'll give you weapons, or forge ones you already have. With your souls, I can eke out a living. And with my weapons, you can go on living. Not a bad deal, huh?
Yeah, sounds reasonable to me, I suppose. Oh, yeah. Blacksmith Baldwin. Let's see.
Perhaps you've already heard, but there's another blacksmith at the entrance of Stonefang Mine. He's an eccentric old man, but he knows his trade well. He's the only sane one left in a town of soul-starved men. If you do meet him... yeah, well, forget it. That stubborn old ne'er-do-well will just ignore you.
Will he now?
Do come back alive. I need your business.
And what a friendly man.
Oh my. How has this happened? Has God abandoned us for failing to show proper respect to King Alant? Oh, Mbasa.
I just love the way she says Umbasa. But yeah, the hub world here is a thing that well, they did with Demon Souls. Dark Souls kind of divorced from it. I guess Firelink Shrine is sort of like a hub world for you, but not really. It doesn't really function that way. But then Dark Souls 2 and 3 and Bloodborne, they pretty much all have a hub world. The true Demon Souls starts here. Yes, it does. So, yeah. So you're always here between thingamadoodads, and you go to other worlds by touching the archstones. I might show it off. I'll have to show it off in the next part, but for now, the only one that's active is the first one.
Hello again. I'm keeping a close watch on your belongings, rest assured. When the Scourge came, I abandoned my wife and daughter and fled like a madman. When I came to, I was in the neck. I wish I could do more, but I am ignorant of the world beyond these walls.
Oh, that's okay, Thomas.
You have a heart of gold. Don't let them take it from you.
You're already doing so much that we could already name you Best Waifu. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and call that here. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all next time.